All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about how to build a business that, and I mean this, literally runs itself. A 24/7 AI workforce that's out there creating content, making sales, and helping customers, even when you're completely checked out.
Just think about that for a second. For most businesses, when you grow, the work grows. More customers means more emails, more problems, more stress. You either have to hire a ton of people or you're forced to stay small. But what if there's a third way? What if AI could just break that whole equation?
So to get there, the very first step, it's not a piece of software, it's not a tool. It's a fundamental shift in how you think. You have to stop being the person who does all the work and start being the person who designs the system that does the work for you.
And this right here shows you exactly what I mean. In the old model, the business needs you. It's totally dependent on your time. You're basically on a hamster wheel. If you stop running, the whole thing grinds to a halt. But in this new model, you're the architect. You design the system, and the AI becomes the operator. That's how you get real leverage.
Okay, so how do we actually build this thing? A real AI workforce isn't just, a bunch of different apps you've stitched together. No, it's a properly structured system. It has layers that work together, almost like departments in a real company.
And these are the 5 key layers. You've got your intelligence layer. Think ChatGPT or Claude that makes the decisions. Then you have your execution layer, the tools that actually do the tasks. The automation layer is the glue that connects everything. The infrastructure is where it all lives, like your website. And finally, the feedback layer, which is crucial for tracking what's working and what's not. When you get all these layers humming together, you don't just have tools, you have a business that can think, decide, and act all on its own.
All right, that's the blueprint, the theory. But how does this turn into something that actually makes money? Well, these layers stack up to create what are basically AI departments. And we're going to start with the most important one, marketing.
Think of your AI marketing department as your 24/7 growth engine. It can be set up to pump out a constant flow of SEO-optimized blog posts, write all your social media content, draft video scripts, and, get this, even generate the ad creatives and thumbnails to go along with it. All of it running on autopilot. And here is where it gets really powerful. Check out this workflow. The system can automatically scrape the internet for trending topics in your niche, generate like 50 different blog titles, and then write a full, long-form article. But the magic is what happens next. It then automatically chops up that one article into a bunch of social media posts and a newsletter, and then schedules it all to go out. It's a content factory that never, ever sleeps.
Now, none of this works without what I like to call the central nervous system. That's your AI operations layer. This is the automation engine that plugs everything together. It's the digital glue that takes an idea from one part of the system and makes sure another part actually does something with it.
And you've got some really solid options for building this operations layer. If you want absolute total control and you're kind of nerdy, you might go with something like NN. If you want something that's just ridiculously easy to set up, Zapier is the go-to. And if you're a visual person, Make lets you build these powerful workflows just by dragging and dropping.
Okay, so we've got the blueprint. We know what the departments look like, but how do you actually put it all together? You don't just start randomly. There's a very logical, step-by-step plan you need to follow.
And the order here is absolutely critical. You start with a niche you know can make money. Then you build the content engine first. Why? Because traffic is the lifeblood of any online business. Once you have traffic, you create a simple offer and automate how you capture leads and make sales. Then you can automate the fulfillment. And the very last piece is adding AI for support and to constantly optimize the whole machine.
Now, a lot of people see this and they immediately think, oh, this is about saving money on hiring people. And sure, that's a nice little bonus, but it's not the real advantage. It's not the game changer. The true power you get from this is something else entirely.
It's really easy to get hung up on the cost savings part, and yeah, it's great. But that's not the ultimate weapon you're building here.
It's speed. Pure, unbelievable, unprecedented speed. It's the ability to launch an idea, test it, pivot, and scale it faster than any human-run competitor could even dream of.
I mean, the source material just nails it with this quote. Think about it. While your competition is posting job ads, doing interviews, and onboarding people, you are already in the market. You're building systems, you're testing offers, you're figuring out what works. You are simply moving on a completely different timescale.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Your new job isn't in the weeds anymore. Your new role is the strategist, the one who points the ship in the right direction.
You focus on the high-level decisions, and you let the AI workforce you built handle the non-stop, 24/7 execution.
So as we wrap this up, just remember, the goal isn't just to build another business. It's to build a machine that runs the business for you. And with this blueprint in hand, the only real question you have to ask yourself is, what's the very first piece of that machine you're going to build?